Welcome to this week's photo diary from Desmond Dodus. This week from our trip to Loch Rannoch to meet up with Colin, Tonka's dad. Loch Rannoch is a freshwater loch in Perth and Kinross. It is over 9 miles long and runs in a west to east direction with an average width of about 0.7 miles. At its deepest, towards its eastern end, it reaches a depth of 400 feet. The River Tummel finds its source at the eastern end, where there is also the small village of Kinloch Rannoch, whilst the wide expanse of Rannoch Moor extends to the west. Native forest is now largely absent from much of the area due to logging, although a small part remains at the Black Wood on the southern shore of the loch. A Crannog is present at Eilean and Faoileag in the western half of the loch. A folly was constructed on the island in the 19th century. The folly, which is still standing, takes the form of a tower and may be based on the design of a small island prison. Diary, 15th of November 2019. I picked up Lindsay from work and we headed south for our meet-up with Colin at North Crannog on Loch Rannoch. We stopped to eat in Eilean, then headed on our way. Despite being told to avoid the Trinafur Road off the A9, the sat-nav took us that way. Okay, I could have overridden it, but the weather was okay and better than forecast, and I wanted to play. We saw roe deer and a barn owl on the Lochside Road on the way to the park up. We got parked up and the kettle on. The silver screens are on this weekend. Colin came in for a cuppa and hit us with his news. Colin is moving back to England. (16th of November 2019). A cold but pleasant day weather-wise, but warm and pleasant company-wise. We wandered around the area, photographing and videoing while soaking in the quiet atmosphere. There was loads of tea drunk while we put the world to rights. Lindsay and Colin went to look at the power station and along the loch shore. Later I flew the drone out to the Crannog and around the folly. There is plenty of bird life around, including dippers and divers. Later, Colin lit the fire and we spent some time around it with some homemade soup. Then, into the van for a lovely meal cooked by Lindsay and topped off with a chat and a dram before it was time to settle in for the night. (17th of November 2019). It is time to think about heading for home. Colin and Lindsay wombled and cleaned up the fisherman's fire from the next car park. It had been left burning when they left the site. I listened to the RSGB news on 40 metres and after a cuppa it was time to take our leave and head for home. Had a great weekend with Colin before his trip to the Gambia and hope to see him again before his move to England. Wildlife: roe deer, mouse. Birds: barn owl, pink-footed goose, robin, chaffinch, buzzard, pheasant, goosander, cormorant, long-tailed tit, wren, red-throated diver, dipper, tawny owl, carrion crow, wood pigeon, raven, golden-eye, goldfinch, rook, magpie, jackdaw. Thank you for watching Desmond Stardust. We'll hope you'll join us again for more photos, waffle and video as we travel around Scotland. Bye for now.